welcome to Beauty Bee. So today's video, I'm going to be anti-hauling my wish list from Colourpop. So you may be aware, if not, I'll link the video up there, that I'm currently on a very low buy. So I'm not going to be getting any of the items that I'm talking about today, not because I don't want them, but because I'm on a low buy. So I feel that it makes a lot more sense to anti-haul things you actually kind of want. Um, the idea of anti-hauling things that you just immediately think are stupid or ugly or not for you has never made much sense to me. It seems that there's almost a preconception that you're going to buy every piece of makeup, which is ridiculous for everybody. No one needs that. So I'm going to be talking about things that I actually like. I've got a list up here, and we're also going to be talking about sort of categories that I fall into putting on a likes list that I definitely don't need. So to give you some idea, the first category is going to be called Who Do I Think I'm Fooling? Let me scooch a little to one side so I can put pictures up here. By the way, I am filming on my laptop webcam, but I'm also looking at the pictures on my laptop, so I'm sorry if I'm reaching into frame. It's annoying, but it's the setup I got. Okay, so the first one is the Honey palette. Now this is pretty, but I have exactly one shimmering yellow. And while I wear it quite a bit, and I really like it, what am I gonna do additionally with, let's see, four matte yellows, a yellow that looks exactly what I have, two browns, one matte, one shimmery, and a pressed glitter. When would I get any use out of that? No, that's ridiculous. We're not getting it. I also have two of their pressed powder shadows, the shades Chauffeur and Wishful Winking. Now, if you've been on this channel for very long, and even if you haven't and you're just looking at me, you can probably guess that I do not wear a lot of super dramatic eyeshadow. So what am I going to do with a metallic orange and what I believe is sort of a blue-green duochrome metallic shadow? Who do I think I'm fooling with this? The second category is what we're going to be called Spot the Difference. This, I mean, maybe this isn't a reason not to buy something, but it just ticks me off that Colourpop would try to market the same thing to me multiple times, and it makes me even more upset that I fell for it. I've been compiling this loves list probably for 2 years, and in that time they've tried to sell me both of these palettes. The first, and I think most serious offender, are the Miss Bliss and the Blush Crush palettes. These are the same. There is no difference in the looks I would make with these two, except for there's a pressed glitter in Miss Bliss that I would never use. Why did I think I wanted this? Almost equally bad are Making Mauves and Flutterby. Again, you could get the same looks. You can make a mauvey neutral eye or a mauvey neutral eye, this time with a little bit of glitter that I'm, again, not going to use. This is just, it's ridiculous. And there were plenty of other offenders on Colourpop's site. These are just the ones that I actually liked. This one's ridiculous. This is It's My Pleasure and Lilac You a Lot. First of all, in the It's My Pleasure palette, tell me that that top middle shade and the middle left shade are not the same color. Because I can't see a difference. And I really think that that middle left shade in the Lilac You a Lot is also the same color. I think that the looks you would get out of these palettes would be almost identical. Um, and the one shade that's really different is that pink. And I have that pink. Maybe not that exact shade, but I have a pink eyeshadow. It ticks me off enough that I'm just not going to buy these palettes. And that's probably a good thing. So, another category that another pattern that I see in the things that I kind of want to get from Colourpop are the actual item itself doesn't really interest me very much, but the formula sounds interesting, so I just picked a color that was like the least offensive of the bunch, or one that I thought, yeah, I would probably use that. So this is like the blush sticks. I have tried the light sticks once. My younger sister happened to have one, and she let me try it out one day. And I remember thinking, I hate this glitter, but I like I like the base. So I don't know why my thought was then, let's just buy a blush stick, because I don't need one. I don't think any of the colors look particularly interesting. This is unnecessary. The same go for both the ultra blotted lip and the ultra matte lip. In my case, the ones that I had favorited were Ringleader and Tool. But do I really want this pinky purple that, I mean, I would wear, but is not a color that I'm ever thinking at my vanity thinking, hey, this look would be so much better if I just had a pinky purple and a blotted lip formula. No. Also, if I really want to get a blotted lip look, I could just blot my lips. Is that, why was that hard for me to understand? And Tulle is, again, it's like a non-offensive shade. It's fine. I would probably use it if I had it. But why is this on my wish list? Probably just because it's an ultra matte lip and I wanted to try the ultra matte lip sticks at one point. And the final one in this category, though mind you, these categories are not mutually exclusive, is Bend and Snap. I like the idea of the Luxe lip glosses. I have used glittery pink lip glosses up before. I wouldn't mind having a nude lip gloss, but do I feel excited about these colors? No, not at all. It's certainly not so excited that I would need to spend 15 bucks for two lip glosses. Get lip glosses for $3 from Rimmel. Come on, people. Oh, I'm a fan of this category. I think probably a lot of us feel this way about certain items from Colourpop. And this is I've been looking at them and saying, it's pretty, and then not purchasing them for literal years. I think some of these, this particular one, the Topanga Lippy Sticks, I think that I was looking at that color when I put in my first of, I think, 3 Colourpop orders that I've ever put in, which was in, let's see, 2014? Maybe 2015. I think it was summer of 2015. That's been 5 years, and I still look at it every couple of months. I'm like, yeah, that's cute. I would probably wear that. And then I don't buy it. And you know what? If it's been sitting on that it's cute, but whatever list for years, I don't need it. The same thing, though at a slightly less dramatic case, goes for the Through My Eyes palette. Um, I remember seeing this on Andrea Mattiano. I'm not sure. I'll have her link down below. But it's pretty on her. Again, it's something I would probably use if I had it, but I don't need it, clearly, because I've known about it for years and have never made any move to purchase it. So why am I even still thinking about it? And finally, the Soul palette. I think this was like the first of the 9-pan palettes that Colourpop put out, so it must be 2 years old, 3 years old. Again, it's cute. I like it. I obviously don't need it. Let's move on to another category that I feel is almost specific to Colourpop, because I hear so many complaints about this online, and that is not knowing what color you would even be getting if you bought this. So like my palette example for this is Aura and Out. I think this is pretty much brand new, I think. I think this is sort of their first post-COVID shutdown release. And in the palette, I think this looks really pretty. I think that bottom right green looks really vibrant. I like that sort of olive green. And I don't love the blues, but I think it'd be a nice way to try out blue eyeshadow because I've never really done that before. But then look at the arm swatches. Yeah, this is a pastel palette, but I can't even really match up color to color which ones are in the pan versus which are on the arm. They just look completely different to me, and am not sure what would actually show up if I ordered this. And not into the mystery box lifestyle. Oh, the other ones that get me, it's usually the eye products with this category. Uh, are They'll show you duochromes like Tea Garden. It tells you it's a duochrome, but it shows you one picture that doesn't show the flip. And then in the picture below, where I think it's sort of, I don't think Colourpop ever specifically says this, but it seems very much suggested that it's different people using this color in a look. They're clearly not using this color. They're using very different greens. So I have no idea what would be showing up. And sort of the same thing with Monarch. Now, to me, that looks beige-y pink, but I believe that the description was something like soft, warm pink with the silver shimmer or something. And just looking at that, I don't see it. I'm really not sure what would show up in the box if I purchased that. This category is the One Trick Pony. And this palette certainly is. Going Coconuts. Yeah, I like brown eyeshadow. I have them. Don't need any more. This isn't giving anything to people who have more than one or two eye palettes, I don't think. I mean, it's warm brown, cool brown. You can go very neutral, but you can't do anything particularly interesting with this. the good as gold is in the same category. Oh, I can get three different slightly warmer or slightly more coppery takes on a gold eye look with brown to deepen things up. Groundbreaking. This category isn't a I'm not going to buy anything like this. It's an I don't see any reason to purchase this from Colourpop because I could buy this in a drugstore and it would be cheaper. Uh, The first one that really comes to mind is the Frenchie pencil. So I could actually use a red lip liner. I don't need it anytime soon, but it would be nice to help clean up my lip line sometimes. But this is $6. I could definitely get one from NYX or even Wet n Wild or something for probably 3 or 4. And it's Colourpop, so I don't really know what's going to show up. I know it will be red of some variety, but it could be very dark, very light, very orange. Really no clue. Same thing with Catch My Vibe blush. I mean, the compact's cute, though I don't see why you need a mirror on a blush. Like, what am I gonna do with a mirror that's this big? I don't know. But, I mean, it's a pink blush with maybe a little bit of a mauve undertone to it. Okay, I can find that somewhere else too. Oh, here's where I started really getting really sassy with my naming. Um, I'll totally pan this before it dries out. I feel like everything Super Shock goes into this category. Like I actually have panned a couple of Super Shock shadows before. When I was in college, I would pretty much, I'm not gonna say every day, but a good 4 or 5 times a week, I would just wear sort of a golden, slightly shimmery Super Shock all over my lid, just as a one shadow look. But you know who doesn't do that anymore? Me. You know how much time it took of using it that way before I panned them? Like a good couple months. And actually, no, more than a couple months. Somewhere between a few and several months to pan. And those were with really wearable colors that I could just pair with anything for every day. Is this metallic mint green going to be an everyday color for me? No. Would the Flexitarian highlight be an everyday highlighter for me? Maybe, but I still don't think I would be able to use it up or even get close before it dried out on me. I don't like the idea of buying things that I wouldn't be able to use up before they go bad. Now, here's a big category for me, which is what am I really going to do with this that I can't do with something I already own? And I mean, let's illustrate this by putting up the Bye Bye Birdie palette. Now, I think this is really cute, but let's cover up that sort of magenta shade and on the bottom left, and suddenly it looks like a pinky mauvey neutral palette. That's what I wear all the time anyway. I may not have these exact shades, but I have these shades. I don't need to buy another palette of 12 eyeshadows to use a little bit of magenta probably like 4 times because what am I going to wear magenta eyeshadow with? Tickled, again. I like pink. I own pink. I don't need to buy another pink single. I couldn't do anything with Tickled that I couldn't already do. And again, pink is the culprit here. Strawberry Shake. That super hot pink in the middle, don't own that. Probably wouldn't use it. Everything else, would use it, already have it. You know, when I was putting this together, I didn't realize that all of these were just pink neutral palettes. Ridiculous. She's got Solstice. Need I say more? It's a princess thing. First of all, I don't even know what I would do with that silver, which is the only thing that I think I don't already own. So yeah, let's just skip over that one because that unnecessary. Okay, this final category is one that I think a lot of us slip into, and it's called the color is fine and all, but what I really like is that shade name. Now, for me, the ones that I saw on this were three of their lippy sticks. We have Byron Babe, which, yeah, kind of ev- everyday wearable pinky rose for me. Do I have it? Yeah. Is there something about the name Byron Babe that really appeals? Yeah, that sounds so romantic. I love the girl who you could look at their lips and be like, "Oh yes, you're a Byron Babe." Is it necessary? Is anyone going to look at my lips and be like, "Ah yes, Byronic"? No. Songbird's another one. Now, Colourpop's actually pretty much gotten me before with this. Um, I have one Super Shock Shadow right now, and it is the shade Ladybird. Don't know what it is about the bird names, but again, it sounds romantic. It sounds interesting, a little bit ethereal. And I like the idea of having a lipstick called Songbird a lot more than I actually like that shade. This last one is actually really stupid. This is called Parker. Now, I had no idea what this was about, but I was reading the description, and I'm pretty sure that the reason I put this in my loves list is because they were they made like a pun about Spider-Man in their description. Why? That's that's so silly. I don't need anything. So now that I've convinced myself that I need absolutely nothing from my Colourpop wish list, which is good since I wasn't gonna buy them anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I would love to hear about the categories of things that you want, but realistically, you don't need and you probably shouldn't get. Hope I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and hope you have a wonderful day. See ya!